Buff Nation, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing well, enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. I'm kind of surprised it's taken me this long to get on here and talk about this specific phase of the offense, but a lot of people are saying, hey, this is an improved team. I'm one of them, but I haven't really gone into a lot of the details as to why. And one of the phases that I think that we are much improved in is going to be the third down. I'm going to get into that here real quick. Y'all be sure to smash that like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. But here's the thing, guys. If there was a dead giveaway about truly how thin we were at the offensive line, went way over my head last year, is in the first game against TCU, goal line package. We're rolling out the Rick Ross package, and that was cool. Like, I love to see defensive lineman Shane Cokes and Bishop Thomas getting out there, laying some guys out, leading towards a touchdown. But when you're trying to go jumbo in the goal line and you're putting in defensive linemen instead of your backup offensive linemen, that is an indictment on the lack of talent that you have. And I'm pleased to say, with who we have brought in on the team, I don't think that there's any reason to assume we'll ever see a package like that with defensive linemen coming in ever again. I think we're going to be much improved on third down this year, specifically a short yardage third down, because y'all saw just how impossible it was for us to run on third and short last year. We were basically having to pass it most of the time. We just weren't strong enough up front. But now we got a handful of guys coming in here that are not only sized much bigger than those guys like Shane Cokes and Bishop Thomas we had in there, but I think they're also much more talented blockers than our backup offensive linemen were in last year. And I think the one way we can measure that is, hey, when we go jumbo, are we putting defensive linemen on the field still, or are we actually putting our backup lineman or a sixth offensive lineman in on short yardage, which I think is going to be the case. Now, if you're wondering where were we at last year in third down conversion, not too bad. I think given all the circumstances, we were 39.55% on the year, 30% in the last 3 games, as you can see right there to the right. Screens cut off a little bit, but this 39.55 percentage conversion percentage on third down was actually about an 8-point improvement from CU's 2022 team. Again, for people that think that last year was some sort of coaching disaster, again, you did not watch this team 2 years ago. Okay, you did not. You did not watch this team 2 years ago. And we still saw improvement on third down. And I would imagine that we can get somewhere, if we can get somewhere around that 50%, man, wouldn't that be absolutely sweet? And when we look at the roster, okay, we have so many more correctly sized guys playing the offensive line. Of course, Tyler Brown will be one of our starters, I think, at guard, 310 pounds. Cash Cleveland, walk-on freshman, 300 pounds. Justin Mayers, another guy coming in here that I think will start at left guard or at right guard. I'm not really sure. 320 pounds, 6'4". Kahlil Benson, somebody that I think is going to be our right tackle, 305 pounds. Tyler Johnson, 325 pounds. If he's not one of our starting guards, I could see him being an added lineman in one of these jumbo sets. And then if we want to go down to some of the offensive tackles, Philip Houston, I think, is a little light. I've talked about that for quite a while. But Kareem Harden's another guy on the interior that I think is going to have a better year, been in the system for another off season, 315 pounds. Jordan Seaton, I think we're all expecting him to be that starting left tackle. And I think some people have said he's closer to 290 now, 295, which is fantastic. And then on the flip side, let's go ahead and pull up the transfer portal because they don't got those guys in here yet. So bear with me one moment as this thing loads, and we can take a look here at the commits that we've brought in. But it just goes to show that we're bringing in guys that have that size to push people around in third and short. And that's going to be a phase of the game that I think we win at more and more and more this year. So let's just take a look at our transfers that we have, okay? We got Ethan Boyd. This could be a guy that let me scroll down a little bit right there. Ethan Boyd, offensive tackle from Michigan State. This is a guy that if he's not starting, I could definitely see him being that added sixth offensive lineman that kind of declares as eligible, kind of like a tight end type position just on the edge. Zack Owens, 6'6", 375. Probably will play guard here at CU. Wyatt Hummel, 315, 6'6", a guy that's played all over the line, can play all 5 positions on the offensive line. Payton Kirkland, transfer from Texas, 350 pounds. And Justin Mayers, another guy. I already talked about him. These guys are already on the roster. But like overall, we are so much larger, stronger, and more talented on the offensive line that I think that one thing in which we're going to see a big improvement from is our third down, like 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, being able to hand the ball off to Dallin Hayden or Isaiah Gustive and really get those tough yards and make it look a heck of a lot easier than it did last year. So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is something that I think is being overlooked a lot when it comes to the offense, and why I think you'll see it be much more efficient this year is that we have the right guys up front. Yes, and I've brought this up before. Are there some question marks with our tackles, specifically right tackle, on their ability to pass block one-on-one? Sure, but in third and short and goal line situations, both Boyd, Benson, these guys, they excel in the run blocking category. And so that's why I feel so much better about us being able to run effectively on third and short. So y'all let me know what you think. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Memorial weekend. I will be back tomorrow. And as always, y'all, let's go Buffs.